were you able to ask her what she owes on the property?
No, I haven't asked that.
Okay. Why do you think you did not ask that?
Probably again, I got part too caught up writing down the information, and just wanted to share it with you guys.
Yeah. Real quick, spit back to me the script, so to speak. The 3 letters or 6 letters, if you remember them. I just want to make sure we memorize them. So, what are the important factors that we need to ask during a conversation?
Old asking worth,
Mm-hmm.
price, condition.
Yep.
Motivation, timeline,
Yeah.
condition.
Motivation,
Those are
timeline,
extra credit. The absolute mandatory facts are asking worth, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, condition, obviously it got them talking, so that's good. But we don't know an asking price. We don't know what they owe. We don't know the motivation, and the worth we can just find on Google. So there's still a lot of details to find out about this one.
Okay.
Furthermore, were you able to try to set an appointment using the slot close method, letting her know, like, look, today's Saturday, I can meet you out on Monday at 3 or Tuesday at 4 kind of thing?
Well, it was not to meet up, but it was to call back around 1 o'clock.
All right, so you set an appointment for a follow-up call.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not that bad then. What day and time is that follow-up call?
Today. I was sorry I had this meeting, then I was gonna give her a call back with some information.
So what time then? I'm not trying to be a stickler, but it's like it's a certain practice, like making sure we meet deadlines.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Did you tell her I'll call you after I have time after my meeting, or did you tell her I'll call you at 3:30?
Not 3:30. I said 1 o'clock, but I also told her after my meeting. So after my meeting around 1 o'clock.
A little bit of both. All right, cool. I'm not that mad at it. I'm not mad at it then. So, question for I guess Mike and Chuck. How do you want to do this? Do we want Danny to keep having at it, or do we want to plug into it at this point?
Yeah, I mean, why not have Danny, are you comfortable with taking the call at 1 o'clock with a shot with all of us shadowing you? And we can have either Chucker or Sexy Santana jump on the call.
I'm here to learn. The sexy way or the right way, whatever the way is.
The right way.
Yeah. Chuck, I see you're talking. You were just muted. I unmuted you.
Okay. I don't know. I'm getting like mixed signals from this one, from what you just said. And I mean, it seems like there's some pride of ownership still, right? Okay. But at the same time, she's telling you about problems. So I want you to really put emphasis on the problems and just draw out the fucking pain. Hurt her. Oh, this is lovely. That's lovely. But you're not there for fucking lovely. You're there to take her burden away. You're there to take her problem away. The boiler hasn't been fixed in 7 years. Start questioning that. Dig deeper into all the problems. All right?
Yeah.
Turn up the pain. Offer the solution. Right? If you could see how this is done, and I did this live yesterday with AJ and Bob Okar, it's almost like you stick the fucking knife in, and when the knife is in their abdomen, I want you to look in their eyes and twist it a little bit.
Oh, no.
Okay? That's what you're doing with words. Does that help everybody?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
The way I used to remember it was like hair club for men, right? Not only am I the president, but I'm a client. There's this fat fucking bald guy, and he can't get laid. And all of a sudden, he's got hair, and he's driving a convertible Beamer with like 3 chicks in the back, and all of a sudden, one pops up out of his lap riding shotgun. Because he has hair now. So you got the solution. Wait. Bob Okar. Did I hurt did I hurt Marshall Meggett a little bit yesterday from a point of caring?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? And I mean, I asked them to get a bunch of things together and have them ready. They didn't have them ready. And I put the burden right back on myself. I'm so sorry. Maybe I didn't explain the urgency. How can I be a better communicator? Because I don't want you to be a voicemail on my phone going, "Oh no, the sheriff just threw me out. I'm homeless."
Okay. Before we go on too much of a tangent, so are we okay with shadowing this call with Danny, or what's the plan?
I think that'll be good for everyone involved. Yes.
Awesome. All right, cool. So, hey guys, happy Saturday. I think everyone's here now.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
I think we can get started proper. So yeah, guys, Elena just jumped out, but awesome, guys. Thank you for coming. I know you guys said these were helpful, so we're gonna keep doing them until you guys are sick and tired of us. So what are you guys struggling with? What was your? Let's just go around. Let's just go around one by one, and everyone just list a couple things you were struggling with this week, and we'll brainstorm together how we can improve. Who you want to start with?
I need a clone.
All right. Well, I don't think we've approached that technology yet in this day and age, but
oh, you need a person like him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the whole point of this program. We're trying to
replicate. Yeah,
we're trying to clone ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ's pretty close, but he's got better complexion and he's better looking.
I still have a long way to go, brother. Appreciate it, though. Do we want to go in any specific order or just
let's start
discussion?
Let's start with Stephanie and go and work our way up because I think Stephanie.
Steph and I were on the phone for some time late last night. First off, how was church?
It was good, thanks.
Amen. Mm-hmm. So we took a look at that technical difficulty. Also for you, Mike, we took a look at that technical difficulty. It's in the works of being fixed. Most importantly, I gave you some new initials. We started calling through them. And then you had a gentleman by the name of like Ahmed or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Can you dissect that call real quick?
So basically, he answered. The first time I called him yesterday, it went to voicemail, and his voicemail clearly said his name, the same name that was on the record.
I love when that happens, by the way.
I left a message, but he immediately called me back. And so when I answered, I guess his objection was, like, why do you want this property? And so I basically answered him, I'm a local investor and I'm asking to see if you've ever considered an offer on the property. I'm not sure if he's ever wanted that, right? And so he kept repeating himself, I believe. I think he repeated himself twice, and then he kind of got a little nasty at the end. And so when he actually ended up calling me back and then saying that his name was not the name that was in the voicemail and on the record. So that was pretty much it. I had that roadblock, I guess.
Yeah, two trains of thoughts, Mike. I don't know if you go into the Discord and if you play the audio, if it'll come through StreamYard. We can try that real quick.
Let me try that real quick.
And then while Mike tries that, everyone else, if you were on the phone with the prospect and they say, "Hey, why are you calling me?" or like, "Why are you interested in my property?" What are you guys gonna say? Because that's just an objection.
You just want us to answer?
Yeah, an answer. So if the seller goes right there, Mike. Yeah. Play that real quick. Let me see if it can. There you go.
Yes. Who is this?
Hi, this is Stephanie. I'm actually a local investor in the area. Are you the owner of the property on Newton Road, 278 Newton Road?
What time is it? What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
By the way, that means yes.
I'm actually a local investor, and I came across that property. I wanted to know if you ever considered an offer on it.
What make you think this way?
Well, your property came across my desk, and I wanted to know if you've ever wanted to sell that.
Now, what made you to think I'm gonna sell the house?
That's why I'm calling to see if you've ever considered an offer on it. Is this something?
You know what? You go get life. Don't bother people. Don't disturb.
Okay, so have a good evening. Bye.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's definitely a learning.
I know
moment.
Chuck is gonna tell me something.
No, we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. All right. So whoever has input on that, go for it.
Yo, call him back, right? And just go, I was listening to our recorded call over. And I went and I got myself a life. So now that I have one, would you like to have a conversation?
Okay.
Like, it's amazing. It bought houses where people have literally told me to go fuck myself like that for 12 months, and you just keep calling. And it starts to get funny and comical.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about getting your feelings hurt. They don't count.
No, I know. No, things like that don't get to me because I know at the end of the day, it's just a matter of numbers, and it's not something that we can take personally. They're probably just going through stuff.
That's kind of like a rite of passage.
Yeah, it's like we clearly have the right person on the line, right? Like he's really pressing you.
Yeah.
It's just a sales technique kind of thing, or lack of sales training, rather. So, input from anyone else, Danny, Elena, Arias, how might you have approached that one? Because I want to make sure no one else gets stuck on that.
I mean, the moment he starts being mean like that, I'll put my guard up and be like, yo, I'm just trying to help you out, man. Like, what's going on? Like, how can I help you? Tell me more about the property.
Okay.
Anything.
Good job. Anybody else? Let's do one more approach.
I probably would have been a bit more direct about his situation and told him how I got his number through NJ Liz Pendants, and that everything on NJ Liz Pendants is county record and it's people who are in pre-foreclosure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of build the painted picture for him of the situation that he's in if he wasn't aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely another one I would love you to call him back. Because again, his name's in the voicemail and clearly he's the right person. He's just being a real difficult.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that was a learning moment there. And then beside that, Steph, I think you just really got to get your numbers up, right? But you did a lot yesterday. You probably had upwards of like 20, 30 calls yesterday alone.
I didn't put them on the KPIs yet, sorry. Because since I went to church right after, but I'll put it on right now.
Okay. Yeah, but point being, I think your output yesterday alone was more than it was all of last week, or at least close to it. So whatever you did yesterday, do it again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, super cool. Baba, I guess we can go to Babacar because I see you on my screen here. So yesterday was your first time out with us on an appointment? Yes or no?
No, we got one before.
You had one before. Okay. In general, how was yesterday's experience for you? If you can share with the group kind of what happened.
There's a lot more into the, I guess, making a deal than I thought it was. Like, there's a lot more information that you need. There's you need to know certain people. You need to be able to make the person feel extremely comfortable with your knowledge in wholesaling. So that was something good to see that Chuck did.
What was some of that information that we extracted from them? I mean, it was a long appointment. We went over a lot.
Yeah, so we basically had the checklist, the seller's checklist, and basically ran down the checklist of everything that we needed. Some of the stuff they had, some of the stuff they didn't have. I'm gonna go pick it up today, and I guess Chuck stressed the importance of getting all of that stuff on time, like before our deadline that we have, and they seemed very receptive to it. So I guess his approach worked. So, yeah.
Okay, how is the condition of the property?
Definitely needed work. It's not the worst I've seen, but it definitely needed work. So.
What's something that we got to do for the family? Like,
we got to find them housing. So I've already contacted some people on like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and stuff. So some of them replied already. So I got to just call them back and see how that goes.
And being that they don't have any money, what do we have to financially do to help them out?
So we're offering to do 2 months rent and down the whatever it's called, the first month. What is it, at least
month and a half security deposit.
Yeah, the deposit. So
we
budgeted all of that out already too. So
what is this deal structure looking like it's going to be?
What do you mean?
So you have subject to, wholesale, short sales, seller finance. What kind of deal type is it right now?
Might be subject to.
So right now, Chuck, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's looking like a short sale.
It's gonna be. I mean, we're gonna. You really want me to explain this shit to? I'll try to dumb it down, right?
Yeah. Just explain it to like a fifth grader, so to speak, like real simple.
All right. We're going to find them a place to live because I don't fucking trust them to move out. They are late on everything else. They will be late on this too because how you do anything is how you do everything. I mean, if Bob O'Carr recalls, and AJ does too, clearly this woman was even late on brushing her teeth. That's why most of it's gone. She's lazy as shit. But from a point of caring, right? If we get movers, get her apartment paid, we can get her out as long as we have her cooperation with the paperwork that I requested, which she was also late on. I don't necessarily need everything I asked her for, Bob O'Carr, but I am training her like a dog. I ask, you give. I ask, you give. I ask, you give, because there's no other way to help her. I think you got that we actually really want to help this woman, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Some kind of life-altering changes. We get her out. We're going to buy it subject to the existing debt in a land trust. Record that deed, right? The loan is going to stay in her name. We're going to own the property, so I'm going to be in foreclosure with her. Only it's not going to affect my credit. It's a really good time. Then we're going to short it. We've only got till April 13th, which is my birthday, after AJ made 2 1-month extensions, right? I told her I don't want to cry on my birthday. So I reached out to one of our bankruptcy lawyers. We would file a Chapter 7, which would buy her 3 more months. So now we got 5 months until this thing gets foreclosed on. And I'm the owner for the majority of that. And the loan is still in her name. I worked with Linton pretty late last night. He reassured me that once we have the deed and her full cooperation and she's out, we can most likely short it. And some things came up last night that she didn't tell us about. I mean, last time she said she filed bankruptcy, it was discharged in 1996. And this time, AJ, it was like fucking 2019 and she had the paperwork.
Yeah, it was like way more
forgot about, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's we're not just we're combating. I mean, it's really massive depression. Like, I think she really just needs to get out of that house, and hopefully that'll turn her life around. And my appointment after that was the same shit. So it's a subject to into a bankruptcy, into a short sale while we find her someplace to live. And I don't want to do too much till she's out, because as much as I like this woman and I believe I can help her and her special needs kid that she's adopted, my God, my heart goes out to her. She's just going to fail. So you're going to meet with her on Tuesday, Bob O'Carr?
I'm going to go meet with him today at 2:30. I'm going to go pick up the paperwork.
Right. And then you're going to pick up the war letter on Monday.
You're me when you're there, bro. You know, and it's okay to not have the answer. You know, I don't know, but I'll get you an answer. Set a date, keep that appointment. You're showing you do what you say and you say what you do. Hey, I need this when I see you on the 20th. What the fuck did you do for the last 2 weeks?
Make it hurt, yeah.
Right? You saw how I went, oh my God. How did I not communicate right? Did I not express the urgency? You're going to be homeless.
I love that.
That's on my conscience. It's on yours too, Bob O'Carr.
Mm-hmm.
And my fucking book, having that on your conscience is a little worse than losing money. So we have the opportunity to truly do something good with our fucking skills here. Let's do it.
Does anyone have questions about Bob O'Carr's deal? Because it's real complex. There's a lot of moving parts.
I mean, he got an easy one with that white supremacist too.
Right.
Abokar had a great week.
So no questions on Babacar's deal that we just went over?
And so you guys understand why I'm doing it this way, is because a bunch of you have had deals that fell apart at the last minute, like David Arias, right? This business is about collecting and retaining information and then putting ourselves into a position of power and control. With David Arias's deal, where the seller is now MIA, if we did a tabletop closing like I'm going to teach you guys on the first, the seller doesn't even count anymore. You don't even need him to sign.
I had a question, but I mean I know the answer, but I was muted. Why are you doing it in a land trust?
Because that will nobody will be able to figure out who owns the land trust in order to sue anybody. And by the time they decode land trust law, they will find out that the land trust is actually owned by itself and doesn't attach to an individual or have a tax ID. So essentially, it's a lawsuit against no one.
Question regarding land trust. So you put in the address of the property. So you don't need the owner address, correct?
So on the purchase and sales agreement for the buyer, you're working with 123 Main Street, it's going to be 123 Main Street Trust. It's
resided at, usually traditional contracts are, here's the buyer who is so-and-so, resided at so-and-so, or located at so-and-so. So what am I showing for location of residency of that trust?
Mike, are you able to screen share a contract?
Hey, Elena, we're not using traditional contracts. Okay. Forget everything that you know.
Purchase and sales?
Yes.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay. We're controlling the situation. Don't overthink it. The land trust doesn't even have to be named after the property. I just do that because we have so many going on that it's really easy to figure out that the 448 Fay Ave Trust owns 448 Fay Ave. But if you really want to fuck with people, I mean, you could name it after like a convent of nuns. Call it like the Sister Mary Frances Trust. Nobody will ever sue you.
So, Leonard, are you familiar with this document that's pulled up?
Yes.
Perfect. You see that first line where it's the buyer? So if you're hypothetically, doing like Chuck said, 448 Fay Ave in Elizabeth, that's the property address. You simply put 448 Fay Ave Trust on that first line. Then the seller, that next blank line, is going to be the homeowner. The county is going to be what county you're in. And then you put the address. That's how you fill out that first paragraph there.
Okay.
So there is no part where you put where you reside.
Okay.
All right. I have a question again that I know the answer to. It's more for you guys.
I have a question too.
Perfect. You go first, honestly.
So I understand that we're putting in a trust so we don't get sued, but who is going to try and sue?
Well, it's funny you should ask, Bob Okar. You own a property yourself, correct?
Yeah.
You got some equity in that property?
Yeah.
How much you got?
About like 100,000.
All right. Bob Okar looked at me really funny the other day when I was walking up the stairs in that property. I am pretty sure he checked out my ass. And he owns that property in his name. I feel sexually harassed, and you now are worth $100,000 in the eyes of the public, so you are wrong. And there is a whole host of ambulance chasing attorneys from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe that have commercials on TV and the radio and YouTube. Were you wronged? Were you harassed? Whatever. This guy, Bob Okar, say, I don't like him. He looked at me funny. Hold on. The first thing the lawyers do is an asset search. Well, we can get him for $100,000. Doesn't matter. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're not hard to find, But if you put it in a trust, you know, it's another layer. What would you hypothetically have to do, Chuck? Like go to court or something to find out the trustee or the beneficiary? It's like a pain in the ass, long story short.
It's a pain in the ass, Bobblecar, and you're the only one who controls the documentation who says the actual beneficiary of the trust is. So if somebody sued you and they said, you got to go to court and you have 2 weeks to produce who the owner of said trust is, by the time it gets to court, Bobblecar, this is not on the record. I'm going to use the word evidence here. You control all of it. So they're going to sue you. And by the time you go to court, you produce the documents, and it's a good thing that AJ Santana owns your building, not you. Lawsuit's over.
Yeah, they got the wrong person. It's another layer of protection. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it.
I just need you guys to accept for now that it's the right thing to do. It took me 11 years to fully understand it. You're not going to get it today.
All right, so let's work our way. I know we were going from student to student. Let's work our way up from the KPI chart. So, Sean, are you here?
Are you hearing me?
Oh yeah, we just unmuted you. Yeah, man. So we're going around. What did you struggle with this week, and how can you improve into next week so we can see your KPIs reach their 70?
I wouldn't say nothing really serious as yet. Just I made my attempt to fulfill some calls yesterday, but I had to majority of the time I had to look after my son because I had to prepare dinner, so I had to cut it short in between there. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any problems when you actually get on the phone with a potential lead? Do you have any trouble converting, or is it just a matter of time that you have to devote to actually?
No, usually not right now. I have no potential problem. Just the calling some folks, you get a sudden cuss out on the phone when they know that they're on the distress side and they don't want to admit it. That's the only thing I have to say. That would be my objection now. Yeah.
I noticed something here on the KPIs. Sean, you happen to have the most amount of correct numbers at 23. I mean, that's almost 50% of all of your prospects. So my question to you is twofold. What do you define as a correct number, or is it a conversion problem? Because 23 opportunities is a lot. So there's something going on there with that KPI, with that metric.
Okay.
All right, so I'll ask again. What do you define as a correct number?
Usually when the actual number comes up under the voice recording.
Okay, so your follow-up pipeline should be really strong. You have 23 potential people you just simply need to get in touch with. Do I understand that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, damn, that's freaking crazy compared to everyone else's.
I have a couple follow-ups still backlogging a bit that I gotta keep calling the folks, because usually when I'm calling back, they either don't pick up or the phone actually goes right back into voicemail again. Yeah.
You're also leaving text messages, correct? Let me see.
In between,
wait,
not
you only have
no.
one. You only have one text message. Why is that?
Yeah. I predominantly was more sending out voicemails because sometimes I do get a percentage return on callbacks on my voicemail, but not too often.
Okay, remember the standard practice without thinking. If there's a no answer, you leave a voicemail and a text without thinking every time, all the time.
Okay, no problem.
Right,
no problem.
So if you have, let me see. What's everyone else's? Yeah, your voicemails and your text should be somewhere around the same number. So similar to like Dave Arias's deal, 148 Dewey, the seller admitted to not answering phone calls because he gets phone calls all day long. But what he was receptive to was text messages. So looking at your KPIs, if you have 23 correct numbers, I'd start texting some of those people, and you might start a conversation that way.
Okay.
All right. That's just something I noticed.
No problem.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I actually got a text back yesterday from somebody that, because I just said, like, hello, I tried to reach you, how are you? Like something like that. And so they texted me back, right? But I haven't texted them back yet. They basically just asking, like, who is this? And I tried calling them, but they didn't answer the phone. So apparently they're more like through text. Would I just go through the same conversation like if I would on the phone, or?
So my philosophy with that is anytime I'm texting someone, my goal is not to make them an offer or set an appointment. My only goal is to get them on the phone. Similarly,
Right.
on the phone, my objective is not to give them an offer, but rather to set an appointment. It's not until the appointment where I'm making that quote unquote offer.
Okay, right.
So the game that you're playing right now is to just get them on the phone.
Okay.
The only offer you're going to make over the phone is an offer to help. Ask for information. If what you told me is true, I believe I could help you out. Make an appointment.
Okay. All right. And I just added my numbers, so it should be updated in the KPI now.
Yeah, it refreshes every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Good question though.
All right. Did we answer all of Sean's before going forward? Sean, what was I gonna say? Let's see those texts go up next time we check in with you, or else we'll send you to bed without dinner.
That is okay. I love that. It's fine. That's fine. It's okay, buddy. Thank you. Okay, but I did send a text out to a prospect. The person did call me around 11:30. I think Thursday or Wednesday night, and I got up the morning and called the person back around 9ish. The person called back and put down the phone, and I called the person again. The person never responded back. Yeah.
That's just the follow-up game right there.
Well, I gonna reach out to the person again today to see what's really going on. Yeah.
Also, a random thought came to my mind about the conversation with Stephanie last night. So Stephanie was explaining to me that on the side she does like a courier service. I can't say that word, or like Uber type things where she's always driving, and she came across a property. Here, Steph, I'll let you describe it. What you were telling me about when you're on the road.
So I do deliveries for different companies, and so I'm always on the road, and I'll see a lot of properties that some have, like, there could either be burnt or you can see they're in disrepair. And so I don't know if I can show you guys the picture, but the house that I passed by, it was just the beams of the house, like literally there was, and the door. And when I looked on Google Maps, the same picture of the same way the house was is the same way that it was that day. And so apparently it's been that same way for a while. Let me see if you guys can see it.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yep, we see it.
Okay.
We see it.
And that's the same picture that's on Google Maps. So it's been like that for a good while. And so I know that in wholesaling, I know that's one of the marketing ways that we can market is through Drive for Dollars, right? And so that was kind of my question for AJ yesterday, if we can basically backtrack from the property and get in touch with the owner that way instead of just cold calling.
Okay.
Yeah, so your question to me essentially was, should you be taking down that information? And my answer was yes times 10, yes.
Yeah.
So long as you get that address, I mean, you can simply go to like True People Search to find the phone number. You can cross-reference it with the tax record to see who the owner is, and when those things match, go ahead and give them a call, send them a mail, give them a text.
So you said True People Search?
TruePeopleSearch.com.
That's like a free resource to find phone numbers. And then NJ NJACTB.com. Let me make sure I have that one right. That's another all of you guys should write that one down. NJACTB. Let me make sure I have the right one.
Are these in the Discord?
Yeah, it's in the resources.
I'll just I'll share the screen now, and I'll
share the screen real quick, Mike.
Yeah, I got you guys. 1 second.
Fuck it, we could actually just do it if you want.
Resources.
No, it's probably buried. You're faster going to Google.
No, I got you. What is it called?
NJACTB.org.
Oh, right here, guys. I'm just gonna tag everyone in it.
Check that out.
Can everyone see the page that I'm on right now?
It's June 2nd.
We see
in resources.
Yeah. So if you go to resources right here, I've tagged everyone in it, so you guys can just press it and check it out.
Go ahead and click that real quick, Mike, because no one's gonna know how to use it.
Boom. Boom. You see my page still or no?
We see Discord.
Okay. There we are.
Badass. All right, so guys, Stephanie most specifically, but everyone else. This is how you find out tax record information, all right? So what you want to do is go to record search on the left hand there. Click it again, sorry. Record search.
Type in.
Is it glitching? It should bring you to a new page.
Yeah, I think it's glitching a little bit.
All right. Essentially, that new page will give you a list of all the counties in New Jersey, Bergen, Essex, Monmouth, Ocean, etc. You click what county your property that you're looking for is. It'll bring you to the third page where you type in the address, and then you click enter, search, and then you'll get a report of all the public tax information, who the owner is, what their taxes are, etc., etc. So for you, Steph, that's important so that you can find out who's the owner of that burnt down property.
Okay. Sorry, the page says that it's no longer provide effective of January 1st, 2023. It's no longer provides access to the tax list.
All right, I'll take a look. That's a recent update. I'll take a look at that and I'll see how they go about it. But I'm sure it's still public record. JACTB. You can also use PropStream. How about that? That's also really easy.
All right, who we have next? Ariane. Is Ariane available right now?
To the 21 individual counties at the state, local.
Ariane, what's up? How much you hear is? Oh, you can. Okay.
She's muted.
We can't hear you, Ariane. All right, we'll come back to Ariane.
What's your question?
Oh no, we were just you're next on the list after Sean.
And properties, data questions can be directed to individual counties. Okay.
Are we wrapping on this part, or do you?
I'm looking how to get tax records. It seems pretty simple. So instead of going to NJACTB, you would just go to Bergen County tax records. You'd have to do each county individually. That's what I'm noticing. But like I said, it's also way easier, now that I'm thinking about it, to go on PropStream. You can find out the owner in 2 seconds. Step 2, people search, and then give them a call.
Okay.
But Ariane, I think it was yesterday we were talking about how you have one of the bigger pipelines in terms of hot leads to convert. Were you able to get in touch with those people to set an appointment for
I'd
next
probably
week?
say warm leads.
Okay.
Right.
Were you able to reach out to them yesterday?
I did. I was in a text message with one lady who, the Patterson people with all the land. So that's tentative for Friday. And
Nice.
then the guy in Teaneck is tentative for Monday. So I just kind of, I'm nothing solid as far as appointment. It's like, okay, they just keep putting it off and putting it off. So, my response is, well, the sooner we can, meet face to face and discuss the details, the better we can get the ball rolling so that, we can help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ariane, I noticed here that you're only reaching out via text to just over half the people that you dial.
I text, it's call, voice message, text. Call, voice message, text.
Okay.
Even when it says landline, like on my initials, for some reason, I'll just text them, like, Mike, AJ.
I love that.
And because sometimes, nothing's 100%. So, I just want to, when I go through the initials, I just want to make sure that it's really a landline.
That's smart. A question for everybody. Good point, Ariane. What do you guys text on your initial text message? What do you guys say?
You want to see a dick pic? Oh my God! Sorry, wrong person.
All right, everyone beside Chuck, what do you text?
And if you don't have one, then what do you text?
You send them a picture of Richard Nixon. They laugh. You laugh. It forces a state of rapport, and you're in a conversation. I'm not joking.
Same question. Everyone beside Chuck, what do you text for your initial text message? I know what Ariane does. What do you guys do?
My initial text is just, I say hey, and I just insert first name, whatever it is.
Perfect. That's a great one. Okay, I'll just cut to the chase. The bottom line is you guys don't have to do this full-blown like, hey, name. My name is AJ. Are you the property owner of 123 Main Street? ? Would you consider an offer? Please give me a call. You don't have to say your entire voicemail in text form. Just like I send it like a question mark. Or like Babukar said, like, hey, first name. Or like Ariane, first name, ? Just something real short. Because remember, the point is just to get them on the phone. You got to answer. Or you can be bold and do what Chuck does. That works.
Hey, AJ, when I met you, AJ, we had a guy, Jermaine, who picked up a tremendous amount of properties by doing what you said. Just literally going.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, what is that?
What just happened?
Come here.
Oh my God.
The fuck.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for giving me a black eye with the computer. All right. Can you give me some
True love.
Oh.
Yeah, she came and hit me in the face with a laptop. That's love.
What happened with Jermaine?
No, he would take the first name and he'd just write something like, how's it going, AJ? And they'd be like, who's this? And he'd be like, it's Jermaine. Don't you remember? I'd be like, no. Oh, that's because we never met, right? But I'd like to meet you. Hey, can we jump on a call? And then he'd put me on a call with him. And some of these text messages would sit for like weeks before people responded. And then the goal was to get me on the phone because he had difficulty with the verbal part. But it's like fishing,
Yeah.
This is more, it takes less effort for me to go, hey, Mike, long time, Mike. How you holding up, Mike? How you holding up is a good one. What do you?
Yeah, that was ultimately my point with the text message. But we can go back to Ariane in terms of what you got going
on. I think that's all I have for now.
Okay, so you have a tentative appointment for
Anything
Friday.
semi-solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a tentative for Monday and a tentative for Friday.
Oh, you have 2. Okay. Do we have a ballpark of a time? Or are you going to follow up on Sunday for Monday and follow up Thursday for Friday?
Yes and yes, but the Monday is a tentative 10 a.m.
Okay, that's good. So myself, Chuck, or Linton shall be there with you. Do you have
from your lips to God's ears?
What's up, Chuck?
Let's just get a time on all these appointments because I want to be at every one I can be at.
Yeah, that's why it's
I
important.
also said
to
the client, say, hey, you know what? Our appointments are filling up fast because these people keep putting me off. So you know what? Our week fills up fast, and I want to make sure that I secure a spot for you. You know, so that's been part of my follow up. Also, too, the other day, I think in the text messages or whatever, I think Dave said that, you know, every time you follow up, he changes up the message. So my next follow up, I'll be like, well, I'm looking for the owner of 123 Main Street. Great. They don't respond. Next day follow up. Are you the owner? Next day follow up. Are you accepting offers on this property? Next day follow up. And you just keep changing it up, because if they see the same message over and over again, they're going to be like, are you a bot or what?
Yeah, definitely change it up. Make it personalized. Good tip trick. That reminds me a little bit to what Elena has going on. Elena, you're almost doing like the takeaway approach. Again, like Ariane, you have the guy, you'd have to remind me, the one that we sent like the bank statements to and the proof of funds and all that jazz. It's at a point now where it's like, you know what, now I'm busy. I'll get back to you in a bit because you've been jerking me off for fucking 3 days, asking the world of me. And now I have to go take care of someone who's ready to work today. Right. So again, from a mindset approach, that's called the takeaway. And it's very effective with these sellers. And since we're talking about it, Elena, what is the update with that person?
I told him that team lead is unavailable right now. Perhaps closer to end of January, February. I gave him 2 options days, and he said he's checking with his partners and confirm with me.
Okay, so I mean, it's just around the corner. We're at the end of the month. So I would say, let me look at my calendar. Within a week to 3 weeks, we should be meeting with this guy. Is that correct?
I gave him 2 options. Tuesday, I'm opening the calendar. Tuesday 31st or Wednesday the 1st. 4 to 6, 2 time slots.
Perfect. All right, cool. That's really good then. So we're on standby for that.
And the good thing is he responds right away. He doesn't string me along. He is responsive.
I mean, honestly, if you're open to it, you can set the appointment sooner because it seems like we're going to burn a week just for nothing, really. If he wants to meet next week, Tuesday, like on the 24th, the 25th, or the 26th, that could work too. There's really no reason to. This is the guy who was asking for bank statements and proof of funds and all that.
He's a buildings guy, I call him.
Just AJ, you know when I'm available. Mike, you know when I'm available. If I can't get to Elena, get me there and just make him realize what a privilege it is to meet with me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of trying.
You're doing great. You definitely made progress.
Lenny, you're the only one who's got like a 7-figure deal on the fucking board. So doing a little bit more than trying, like not trying to pump you up, but you're doing it. So keep doing it.
Yeah. Oh, who is there?
Who's here?
Baby Chuck.
I'm training this guy to buy some houses too. He's
There
really
he
bad. He can't speak. He's terrible with objections. He's worse than you, Elena.
Little Atlas.
Atlas is strong though. He like breaks my finger every time he holds it.
He really is.
He really is strong.
That kid is the Hulk. Elena, a question for you. I know
Yeah.
you were struggling. During our first training a few weeks back. Have you noticed an improvement since then, or just on the phone generally?
So ever since that I practice, I improve. Sorry guys, I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Don't know what I did, but I only see myself. But
Oh,
if you
that's fine.
hear me, if you see him, so everything I do is definitely better, but I do not do much yet. So once I get new objection, I learn how to do that. Once I'm setting up an appointment, I learn how to do that. So every time I get to a new roadblock, obviously I suck at it first time and then I kind of move past that. So it's just a matter of how much do I know.
It's it never stops. Like I'm still learning stuff, Elena.
So am I.
But at least there is some foundation where you can swim and pause and recalibrate, and the other person doesn't notice. With me, they do notice.
Okay, so just confidently say, I don't know, but I am willing to find that answer. Restate the question. I'll write it down, and I'll get back to you with an answer in, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Give them another deadline. Find one of us, get the answer, meet that objection on that time, and this is bug, right? You know something? I don't know, but I'll confidently find the answer, and I'll talk to you on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Does that work with you? Great. Wednesday at 3 p.m. I'll speak to you. Confirm it the day before. Wednesday at 3 p.m. That fucking phone is ringing. Maybe you even want to give them the answer in person with me or AJ present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people will appreciate you saying, I don't want to give you an answer because it might be an uninformed one.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Bob Okar and AJ both witnessed me yesterday tell somebody repeatedly, I don't even know this is going to work. But if what you told me is true, it will. However, the only way it's going to fail is if that you don't get me what I'm asking for in a timely fucking fashion. I don't want to fail you.
And we can't make it any worse.
Yeah.
Right? That's a mindset thing. It'll come with time, and that'll bring more confidence.
And also, what I'm lacking most of all is lack of foresight, which is experience. Because only when I talk to you about the deals, I learned that I should have asked that and that and that. So I do not know how to hold them on the phone with questions and ask the right questions because I just do not know what the next step is going to be or what implication knowing this information will have. So I'm asking the basic script questions, but literally, I didn't ask why the guy is so stuck to the date of 25th.
Hey, Elena, listen, shortest story I'm going to tell. First house I ever bought, right? Subject to and bailed the people out of foreclosure. There was 5 sellers. They all had to sign the deed and everything else. I had 20 days to get this shit done. They asked me, have you ever done this before? And I looked them dead in the eye and I went, no. And they laughed.
Yeah.
And then we closed the deal. Okay. They probably won't even believe you. It's like when you go out on a date and you're like, we got to end this date in 3 hours because I got another date. Oh, you're so funny. And then say high five the other girl. Shit. You can just be confident, even if the answer is no or I don't know.
Okay.
Be confident in your not knowing. Probably the biggest compliment I can give everybody here would be is if you tell somebody you don't know, but you're willing to find the answer and set an appointment. Those are the people that I want. So I'm hoping you're those guys.
Speaking of which, Elena, were you able to ask him why that deadline was that deadline?
I keep chasing him. He disappeared. I left text. I left voicemails. I called him. He disappeared.
Yeah, don't stress it. That's fine. Yeah, I think the takeaway for that, the easiest way to keep a conversation going is kind of going back to Danny Aureus's deal. The word "why is that," or the phrase "why is that," or the word "why," that can give you another 5 minutes on the phone sometimes. So if you find yourself struggling to keep a conversation going, and depending on what the last thing they said is, you go, "Why is that?" And then there you go, another 5 minutes on the phone. Hope that helps.
Thank you. No, it definitely helps because I grow from one style of talking to people to totally a different style of people, and I'm kind of getting the beat down. And I see the beat now, so I can replicate it.
Perfect. Glad that could help. Hey, Dave. Hey, Maya.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up with the Hewitt deal? Quick reminder. Mango.
Eduardo, I'm just waiting on him to talk to his lawyer so he can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
I emailed his lawyer. Just waiting.
Okay. Yeah. If I had to bet, he wouldn't answer you this weekend. Probably answer you on
Probably
Monday.
not.
Yeah. Lawyers kind of drag their feet sometimes. And did you try to take a shot in the dark with Vincent?
Not yet, no.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be to no avail, but give it a shot. Give him a call. And give Chuck, you texted his brother, JB. Oh, you're muted for some reason. I don't know what that meant. Thumbs up, you texted him, or thumbs down, you didn't? Thumbs up, perfect.
Oh, what happened? Chuck, try speaking again.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to my vlog.
All right, Dave, what else you got going on beside Vincent in the land? Just staying the course, doing your initials?
I mean, I'm just practicing. To be honest, the what I have the most trouble with is just my voice, with the confidence over the phone. I don't want to sound nervous. Sometimes I notice I rush through the phone calls, so I just try to slow myself down. I did want to reiterate to everybody, like, the text message game is definitely like awesome, because people that don't answer the phone, they will answer text messages. I have a few, I would say, warm leads right now, just by text message. I have the short sale guy. He's a little bit flaky on the phone. He doesn't answer the phone, but he will text me. Like, if I just wait, he'll text me.
Yeah.
I have another like, and she's like an ex-wife of the owner. I'm trying to talk to her to get me to talk to him. That's another thing. And then I
Dave,
also have, what's up?
Go through your next one, then I got a constructive criticism for you.
Cool. And then the last one I actually have, I texted this number about 3 times already, 3 days in a row, every single day on top of it, just texting. And they were finally like, yeah, I don't have this property, but are you interested in this other property? I'm like, cool, let's talk about that one. So definitely the text message game is like always, like every single phone number, voicemail, text message.
All right, here's my constructive criticism, right, Dave? You got a really cool accent. You ever see Shrek?
Okay, yeah.
Classic.
This is the Freddie Maldonado thing, and it worked for him. Do you think you could talk on the phone with everybody, but from a position of Puss in Boots, played by Antonio Banderas? Like, be more seductive.
Oh man, I'd have to practice that.
I am trying to buy your house. Is your house for sale? Like, I don't even go that way, and I already want to talk to myself.
Yeah, I'd have to practice that.
No, that's a really good tip, Chuck. It actually is.
We've seen it work before with like a really heavy Spanish accent, and like, I'm just telling, it's captivating.
I'll catch myself at the moment on the phone, like speaking too fast, and I'll just like slow myself down in the moment. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta like slow down the voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just something I gotta practice.
That's good.
I think I actually developed the habit of talking really slowly because it gives me more time to think of what I'm gonna say next.
That too.
Fair point.
I'm pretty sure you got a compliment on your voice from the seller yesterday, no? Or like, what was his name? Hakeem? He was like, you sound like my little brother, a sex phone operator.
And he was a phone sex operator. Hakeem.
Yeah. I'm not kidding.
What's everybody wearing?
Nothing.
Just
Make it work for you, kid.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good tip for everyone. Just speak slower. It'll give you more time to think, and you'll sound more articulate.
Indeed.
Indeed.com.
Indeed. We went over Danny. We went over David. We went over Babacar. So where are we? Where are we now?
I guess final thoughts, questions, concerns.
Yeah. Does anyone have any glaring questions that we didn't address that they might need help with, or anything that could that might grease the wheels this week and just help you work?
I always have something to say, right?
Do it.
Go ahead.
I love it.
In Spanish, we say metida.
Mentira.
Metida. Somebody who's always saying something or doing something, right?
Okay.
So, I honestly tried what you guys and Chuck were teaching us last week, as far as like trying to make it sound like we know the person, to get them to call us back. Mm-hmm. And so, to be honest with you, I didn't feel comfortable. I still did it, but like some people got really upset.
Well, what do you mean? Like when you're leaving a voicemail to get back in contact with them, and you
voicemail or text. So I got a text back.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I got a text back, and the person didn't confirm that it was them, like they're the owner or anything, but they basically said, stop pretending that I know you just so you can get me to call you back. Literally, that was a text that I got back. So yeah.
How would you guys handle that? I know what I would say.
I'm gonna send you this. Do you guys want me to send you the screen and the?
Oh yeah, that's what the Discord is for. Share everything.
Let me see if I can get a hold of that.
I'm gonna head out. I gotta pick up the paperwork.
Go get it, Babacar. Yeah. What you got, and remember, make it painful.
All right, later.
Good job, Babacar. See you soon.
That kid's amazing.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's good.
I don't know you, but I'd like to.
How can I share this in the?
Do you know how to do a screenshot?
I'm gonna take a snip.
Yeah, take a snip if you're on Windows, and then copy paste into Discord, and then maybe Mike can share it.
Or if you just go to, if you look on the screen that I'm sharing right now, on the bottom here, it should say preset, and you can share your screen.
I think I got it. I put it on resources. Sorry, let me.
No, it's fine.
The other one.
No, you're fine.
I had it open. Sorry.
How could you?
Can I remove it from there and put it in the general chat?
Oh, no, just leave it there. I got you.
I mean, you didn't even claim to know them, though.
No. But maybe because of the way I started the conversation.
This goes back to what we were speaking about before. You don't have to put your entire spiel in text form.
Estoy hablando. Vaya conmigo. Por favor, un momento, please. Sorry.
Por favor. Now, how we were saying before with Ariane and Babacar, like you just text a question mark, or just text the first name question mark. Like you're texting your entire opening script in text form. You don't need to do all that.
I mean, sometimes I don't. I've been trying it different ways to see if I get responses or anything, but this is just one of the ways that I was trying this week. But I'm gonna make it short and sweet.
Exactly, less is more. That was the lesson with the text messages.
Okay.
Free to give me a call back. Yeah, like you can get rid of that whole "give me a call back" thing.
How about you text them two letters? Yo.
Literally. That's a good point though.
All right.
Thinking. Yeah. So, I guess like what Mike said, is there anything we can go over to grease the wheels? I like that for the upcoming week, or do we all feel a bit more confident by the day?
I mean, yo, you want another good text? Hey, I got that money I owe you.
Oh, that is
that'll get everybody's attention.
Yo, that is a pretty good one.
The money I owe you for the down payment on your house or the binder deposit. I'm supposed to give it to you when we meet.
I don't know how to say this. It's like be less soft, less polished, maybe is the word I'm looking for. You know, like it doesn't have to be so polite. It really doesn't.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I can do this.
Informal.
Yeah, informal. That's the adjective.
when you're texting normally, like you don't text using full punctuation or like a full letter or anything. Like you gotta, you know.
I think you even said it about yourself, Stephanie. You're like, I'm being too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So again, that's self-awareness, and I would agree.
Mm-hmm. I used to work in an office for 10 years before I have the baby, so it's hard for me to kind of get rid of certain.
Yeah, you're taking the corporate approach to it all.
Uh-huh.
No one's gonna fire you. You're your own boss.
Stephanie, I had the same exact problem. I used to work in the corporate environment as well, and when I started cold calling, I had the same problem. But just over time, you get it. You start practicing.
Yeah,
I don't have any sales experience.
Yo, guys, no bullshit. Thursday, I got pulled into a meeting with two guys that golf regularly with Donald Trump for like a $15 million project in Newark by a couple of my Muslim attorneys because they needed an inappropriate white guy to tell dirty jokes and make people laugh.
You're hired.
I was like, I can do this.
It's the role he was born to play.
Yeah, so hopefully that there's some insight there about being less informal. Good way to put it, Mike.
All right. Anyone else? All right.
Got my sticky note ready.
Huh?
What does it
I
say?
got my sticky note ready. Thank you, Chuck.
Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick that right on my screen.
Like, there you go.
I'm just gonna have to practice it.
Dude, it makes you really memorable and it makes it unique. You don't sound like anyone else. You are you. So I would call you back.
He's gonna come to.
I'm hearing it with Elena too. Like you have that accent to where I think you can kind of. You could kind of dial it into like Melania Trump or some like Eastern European model to where it's almost like instead of hello, how are you? Just do it, roll with it. You could talk about houses and still sound sexy.
All right, guys. If there's nothing else, our event is this upcoming Tuesday. Monday, stay tuned. I'm going to walk you guys through downloading the app so you guys have all the stuff that we're talking about at the tip of your fingers. And if there's nothing else, I'm proud of you all. That's Sexy Santana in the private chat. Yeah, we're all proud of you all. You guys have made great strides since our first training here. So super proud of you guys. Let's keep the momentum into this year.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll catch you for the Monday meeting.
Everyone signing off. Bye for now.
What's Tuesday? Cigar event?
Tuesday is our bar event.
Bar event.
Yeah. I'll send the link for the umpteenth time onto Discord.
I'll find it.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys.
I'll catch you soon. Peace.
Right. Bye-bye.
You got the recording here?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm gonna start cranking out those leases and getting shit together. I'll grab you shortly, or stop by.
Yeah. What time you think you're gonna head over?
Let me take a look at how far away it is.
All right. This is Ideal Court.
Yeah.
I got you right now. 14 Ideal Court, Nutley.
It's not that far.
Do we have to do anything else afterward?
No, I can come by early. We can go over some shit if you want.
Yeah, I'm saying, do we have to make any other stops?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Today, I have one thing that I want to do, or one or two things that I want to do for the event. The first is making sure I have all the payment gateways so that we have multiple, we give people multiple options to buy stuff. And you can, you know what I'm saying? So we can at least cover the charge and make some money from whatever sales we make on the thing. And the other is just setting up a general like what we're gonna how we're gonna set up, what we're gonna say for the event. But I think that's gonna take a bit more time. So I'd rather focus on getting all the content in for the products that we're selling.
Yeah, I really just need like a price point, and I think we'll have it like refined by Monday.
I have flipping without flopping for like $40 right now. That's the payment gateway that I set up yesterday. But I just need to know, I feel like the drop boxes are split up because the drop box that I'm logged into has flipping without flopping, but I feel like there was audio files in flipping without flopping, right?
Yeah, there's like 24 hours of audio files.
Yeah, I don't have those for some reason.
I don't even think that's like flipping without flopping. That's like the Turning Houses course, like an older version. I can send you the link right now if you want.
I think it's on the link tree. When we sit down, let's take a look at it.
It's on your link tree.
Ah, okay, yeah, all right. That's let me figure it out right now then. All right, just let me know when you're thinking of heading out, and then we can.
Yeah, it's 2:00 now. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna get on the road by like 2:30. I'm gonna start printing shit out right now. I'll text you when I hit the road.
All right.
All right. I appreciate the backup. Just with that whole fucked up situation, it's a gut feeling. Don't go alone. So.
Yeah, nah, you're good. Yeah, you're totally good. I could use a trip out of the house anyways.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
I'll catch you. Peace.
Bye-bye. Now hang up.